India is one of the ancient civilizations in the world. India known for its commercial and cultural heritage. India is home of some of the oldest civilizations of the world, such as Indus Valley Civilization. Last few decades, country shows enormous development in agriculture, industrial and technological sectors. Let's learn a little more about the country. We will start with the globe. As you can see the globe, India lies entirely in the northern hemisphere. The Tropic of Cancer, 23 degree 30 minutes north, divides India into two almost equal parts. India is above the equator. Let me see the location of India. India lies entirely in the northern hemisphere between latitudes 8 degree 4 minutes north and 37 degree 6 minutes north and longitudes 68 degree 7 minutes east and 97 degree 25 minutes east. Okay, and also Tropic of Cancer divided the India into almost two equal parts. You can see at the map 23 at 23 degree 30 minutes north. In southeast side, Andaman and Nicobar Islands lie in Bay of Bengal. In southwest, Lakshadweep Island lie in Arabian Sea. So India's east-west extent appears to be smaller than the north-south extent. Are you clear? Total area of India is 3.28 million square kilometer, which is 2.4% of the total area of the world. It is seventh largest country in the world in terms of land masses. It has land boundary about 15,200 km and the total length of coastal line of the mainland, including Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep Island, is 7,516.6 km. In the northwest, north and northeast of India, Yangful Mountains bounds it. Okay. South of about 22 degree north latitude, India narrows and finally extends towards the Indian Ocean. It also divides into two seas, the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on its east. Okay, are you clear? Look at the map. Are you clear? See in green, arrow mark indicate land boundary of India in north side. Then in the black indicates length of coastal line of India. Okay, are you clear? Yes. Let us discuss about latitudinal and longitudinal extent of India. The latitudinal and longitudinal extent of the mainland is about 30 degrees. Latitude means horizontal imaginary line, longitude means vertical imaginary line. Got it? Then India's east-west extent appears to be smaller than the north-south extent. Look at the map. Because north to south, it is nearly about 3,214 km. When it is east to west, it's nearly about 2,933 kilometers. Okay. So, it is smaller than the north-south extent. Okay. The time along the standard meridian 82 degree 30 minutes east passing through Mirzapur in UP is taken as the Indian standard time for whole country, because this is general understanding among the countries of the world to select a standard meridian in multiples of 7 degree 30 minutes east and west of prime meridian. So it is equal to half an hour. Okay. Then the time gap between Arunachal Pradesh present in the east and Gujarat present in the west is about 2 hours. Because sun first rises in the east. The latitudinal extent influences the duration of day and night as one moves from south to north. Okay. For example, the time difference between the durations of day and night hardly felt at Kanyakumari but not so in Kashmir, because these places do not have the same duration of day and night. Okay, yeah, as Kanyakumari is quite near the equator, the day-night differences is hardly 1 hour there. But as we move away from the equator towards the poles, the variations in the duration of day and night becomes greater. It is because of the unequal division of the parallels of latitude by the circle of illumination. So Kashmir is over 30 degrees away from the equator, and so the difference is duration of the day and night is over 4 hours there. Why do we need standard meridian in India? Okay. As we discussed, India is a large country. Almost 30 degrees are passing from westernmost state to easternmost state, Arunachal Pradesh. Due to that, here is a difference of two zones. To avoid confusion for having different timings in different states of India, one standard meridian is taken to have a uniform time for the entire country. Therefore, 82 degree 30 minutes east has been taken as a standard meridian of India, which is almost passing from center of India in Mirzapur, UP. Got it? Are you clear? Why do we need standard meridian? Now, let us discuss about India and the world. India is located in the center of the world between East and the West Asia. Okay. So, the routes across the Indian Ocean which connect the countries of Europe in the west and the countries of East Asia provide a strategic central location to India. And the Deccan Peninsula helps India to establish close contact with West Asia, Africa and Europe from the western coast and with Southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast. And also the ocean which is south of India, given name Indian Ocean, as no other country has a long coastal line on the Indian Ocean as India has. That's why it got its name. Look at the bar diagram. India is the 7th largest country of the world. India's total area accounts for about 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world. India and its connection to the world. The land routes of India are much older than sea route. Various passes across mountains in the north have provided passages to the ancient travelers as ocean limited such interaction for a long time. Then the land routes helped India in the exchange of ideas and commodities since ancient times. And also India have propagated the ideas of the Upanishads and the Ramayana, the stories of Panchatantra, the Indian numerals and the decimal system, as well as given spices, muslin and other merchandise to different countries. Also the influence of Greek sculpture and the architectural styles of dome and minarets from West Asia can be seen in the different parts of the country. India and its neighbors. Presently, India has comprised of 28 states and 8 union territories and shares its land boundary with northwest Pakistan and Afghanistan, north China, Nepal and Bhutan, in east side Myanmar and Bangladesh, in south side with Sri Lanka and Maldives. Southern neighbors across the sea consist of two island countries, namely Maldives and Sri Lanka. Are you clear? Sri Lanka is separated from India by a narrow channel of sea formed by the Palk Strait and the Gulf of Mannar. Maldives Islands are situated to the south of the Lakshadweep Island. A peninsula is a piece of land that is bordered by water on three sides but connected to mainland on one side. India's south side is known as peninsula because it is surrounded three sides by water. Do you know the southernmost point of India is Indira Point? It got submerged under the seawater in 2004 during the tsunami. Since the opening of the Suez Canal in 1869, India's distance from Europe has been reduced by 7,000 kilometers. Before 1947, there were two types of states in India, the provinces and the princely states. Provinces were ruled directly by British officials who were appointed by the Viceroy. Princely states were ruled by local hereditary rulers who acknowledged in return for local autonomy. Got it? Before end of this session, let's take a short recap. So far we discussed about location of India, size of India, India and its connection to the world, India and its neighbors. At last we discuss about the facts, interesting facts about India. Do you know? This flow chart gives a clear idea about the topic. Thank you. We will meet in next chapter of geography.